Angela would have to take me with her, and she would cut out of school or be smoking in the schoolyard, and then I would go home. Of course, I was 6 years younger than her, and I would tell my mother, Angela's smoking.
And listen, not everybody's going to agree with my decision. I can give a fuck less. You're in that position, it's you who got to face it, then you do what you need to do.
Little Changolini, he gets to the jail and
steal cars from Maryland and take them to Delaware to a chop shop.
The inside prison in Thailand, as well as what Victor Malarek, the reporter, did to get me out of there.
And I sat down and thought about it for the longest time. Okay, but once I made up my mind, it was about survival. I need to take care of my kids and take care of my family. And when a guy's not being loyal to you, how could you be loyal to him?
Welcome to Chattin with Staxx. Welcome to this episode of Chattin with Staxx. I'm your host, Bill Staxx, and today we're going to talk about what it's like to be locked up as a young man in the Department of Corrections in Connecticut. So before we get started, there's a couple cases I want to go over real quick. So there were a bunch of prisoners locked in a prison in Macedonia. The police in northern Macedonia were astonished to have found a 131-foot tunnel, an escape tunnel, dug by the prisoners. Police say at least 8 inmates have been planning their escape from the Indrazo Penitentiary on the outskirts of Skopje for 2 months. The group say consisted of hardened criminals serving their sentences ranging from 10 years to life. Now I'm going to play you a little clip of this video of the tunnel they found. What's good, Gianni? How are you? I'm doing great, man. Yeah, I'm not good at pronouncing words. Macedonia, yeah. It's irrelevant. But anyway, let's get back to the story. Here is the tunnel they found. This is where the inmates were going to escape out of. My rat hunter, was it you that assaulted 6ix9ine, man? So they got caught in the process. They got caught in the process of trying to escape. Crazy. But they got caught, and that's the difference. So I'm going to tell you guys a pretty crazy story about when I was locked up in Connecticut. So I told you guys about what it was like to be in Little Cheshire. I told a little bit about that. We'll visit that another time. That tunneled out of Virginia prison with a toothbrush. No, man, I did not. I'll look that one up too. So look at this one. I got another story for you guys about a con man who's getting raided by the FBI. And he goes out on the skyscraper ledge to hide from them. I got the video of him hiding on the skyscraper ledge. Let's get into it. Are you ready? Man perches himself on skyscraper ledge because he's being raided by the FBI. Now, I heard of things to do to get away when you're wanted, but damn, this is a little much, man. Now, this guy's office got raided by the FBI, and he decided to do this. because he didn't want to go to jail. Bro, look at that.
I'll let these people know that that's happening above them, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So I'll give you a context on the story. All right, oh shit. I got the one with the inmates who broke out with the toothbrush. We're gonna get to that one. Wow, 6 killed in Baltimore Beltway crash. And if you guys don't know, there was a horrific crash the other night in Bristol where 5 people were killed. Or I think it was 5 or 6. And I believe they were children. It was a terrible case. All right, so here is the context to this story. Let's get down to business, shall we? So it says, a man hangs out of a Manhattan high-rise before being arrested. A man hung halfway out the 31st floor of a Manhattan luxury high-rise apartment as onlookers watched in disbelief. Federal authorities were serving an arrest warrant.
Mm-hmm.
Federal authorities were serving an arrest warrant when the incident took a scary turn, and the man, Gabe Giswarez, hang out the window. And they had a safety bag there at the bottom just in case he fell. So they put one of those cushions, you know, that you fall on. All right, so let's get to those guys that escaped with the toothbrush. See what's up with that. I didn't even hear this case, but we're gonna get down to business right now. William Steele, how are you, bro? Thank you guys for joining me. I really appreciate you. All right, let's get down to this case. All right. Inmates who escaped jail through a hole cut with a toothbrush and a metal object arrested at IHOP. Here are the 2 inmates. John M. Graza, 37. Here, let me do this. I'll do this so it's a better way to do it. Hold on. Give me 1 second. If you guys can, donate to the channel. I got some projects in the works. I just need some funding. So if you can, feel free to donate to Chatting with Staxx. You can donate through PayPal, Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, all that good shit. And trust me, I'm not gonna go off and buy shoes with the money. I'm not gonna buy fancy dinners and brag how I got a fancy dinner. I'm gonna put it towards the project. Cause I hope these people out there know that their time is limited. That shit's coming to an end. Now, let's get back to the story. These two brilliant men. All right. One of them's name's John. The other one's name's Arlie. So John's on the left and Arlie's on the right. John's 37 years old. It doesn't say how old Arlie is. So they briefly escaped jail from Virginia, where the two were found at a local IHOP. 2 inmates were caught this week at an IHOP in Virginia hours after breaking out. IHOP Patreons spotted John and Arlie. Arlie's 43, John's 37, before dawn on Tuesday at the IHOP in Hampton and called police. They were discovered missing from their cell during a head count. And I'm going to play a little video of the hole they cut out with the toothbrush. Pretty wild. Okay, here we go. Let's get down to business. Shall we? I could show you better than I can tell you.
2 inmates were found on Tuesday after they used a toothbrush to break out of a Newport News jail in Virginia. 37-year-old John Garza and 43-year-old Arlene Nemo dug out of their jail cell with a handmade tool made of a toothbrush and metal object, scaling a wall afterwards to escape on Monday. Newport News Jail Annex staff discovered the 2 were missing that night. Police found the 2 at an IHOP restaurant in Hampton on Tuesday morning and arrested them. Charges for the escape will be added on top of Garza and Nemo's existing charges, which include contempt of court and probation violations.
Same here, bro.
Investigations into their escape are underway.
These dumbass dudes would escape and go eat at McDonald's or something, like something that they bring you in the jail. They'd go eat like McDonald's. Like, yo, give me a sausage, egg, and cheese McMuffin. Like, they don't give you that at lockup when you're there all weekend. Like, but anyway, let's get to the story, shall we? Isn't 23-1 area of Virginia? Yes. He is from there. And if you don't know, I have been on Lockdown 23-1 2 times. So go check out my interviews with Death. I think they came out amazing. They have over, I think, 60,000 views. Go check them out. Type in 23-1 and Bill Staxx, and you will see the interview. But anyway, let's get down to business. Let's get to these stories. So I was talking about Pookie last time. I was talking about, I was in the kitchen because I had a job in the kitchen, right? Let me tell you how I met Pookie. So how I met Pookie was, it was probably right around the time I got this picture taken. So I go walking in this prison. It's an adult prison. I'm a young man. I'm a young kid, right? I'm a white kid. There's not a lot of kids in there that look like me. So I walk in there. I'm quiet, very quiet when I first get there. And some time goes by, right? Some time goes by. I think maybe a couple weeks, maybe a month, maybe 2 months. And, you know, some of these dudes are crazy intimidating. Like, physically, if you were in their presence, you would look away. You wouldn't look at these people. You would be so scared. You would not look at them. But when they're in your presence, you really don't have a choice. So one day, they had Christmas packages back then. There was your people on the outside were able to fill out a slip, send you money, and they would send Christmas packages in to the jail or the prison. And then you would get them. And they had specialty items in them, like summer sausage and creamer and pickle in a bag and soups and things like that, candy and things you would not normally get on the regular commissary sheet. They would have them on these specialty items, right? Now, a lot of people in there don't have money. I was a young kid. I think this was my first Christmas in prison away from my family. It might have been. In this jail, I know it was, in this prison. So what happened was my family all got together and they bought me every single Christmas package that you can get. And it was a bad idea. That was a bad idea because it puts a target on you. Because I come walking back with all these Christmas packages. Now, some people had to walk back. They're just carrying their boxes because they come in like a box. You guys remember back in the day, if you guys were ever in Boy Scouts or anything like that, when you had to sell candy bars and they had them in the box. Like they had candy bars in a box. That's exactly what the Christmas packages looked like. They were in a box, like the candy bar box, but it was a bunch of things in there. I got 6 of these boxes, okay? And they cost like $2 something a piece. Now, my family band together, bought me 6 specialty boxes. If I were able to talk to them before they did that, I would have told them not to do it. But they did. And I had to deal with the repercussions for that. Now, they thought they were doing a great thing. Like they were doing a great thing. Everything was good. What's up, man? How you doing, Johnny? Yeah, so they think you got a lot of money. And they see a little white kid walking with... Matter of fact, everyone else is walking in. They got the little boxes in their hand. They gave me a cart to walk back with. A cart. So I'm pushing a cart with 6 of these boxes in it. And then I'm pushing it. Now, you walk in. Hi, Angel. How are you? So you walk in. A door locks behind you. You walk into the other door. The door locks. And now you're inside. I'll show you a picture of what it looks like. So after the door locks, you're inside. It looks like this. Now, when you walk in, the door to walk in is at the top. My cell at the time was at the bottom. So I had to carry them all down, right? You see the stairwell on the right? Those stairwells don't go straight up. They go like this, and then they turn. You know, they go up, and then they go up. So I'm at the top. I'm taking the Christmas packages out of the cart. And I'm bringing them down to my cell. Now, my cell is, I should have marked it to show you guys a little better, but I'll try to do the best I can. So my cell at the time was probably, you see where that guard is standing next to that door? The cell next to it on the right, that's where my cell was at this time. Because I got moved around quite a bit. So, taking the Christmas packages out of my thing. Hey, Helen, thank you so much. Call your boyfriend and tell him about it. You should call your boyfriend in prison and tell him about it. Thanks for watching, porn star. Just getting started with your ass. Get in the bathroom. All right, so. Hey, you know what? I got the 15 people watching that I want to watch. Thank you all for watching, man. I don't care about comments. They really don't mean shit. Like, get a life. You waste your time commenting on my shit when you could be doing something with your own self. fucking baffles my mind. The audacity of these people really, really does. But anyway, let's get back to the story. Hey, wrenches, if you see anyone being disrespectful, put them in the bathroom. No questions asked. We're going to have a wrench party soon. I'm going to hit people off with some wrenches. But we got some people with wrenches right now. Angel, I give you permission. You can knock them off. All right, let's get back to the story. Miss, you guys know who that was, right? That was Jean Barillo's fucking stalker. The little stalker chick. She wants to comment and run her mouth. It's okay, because we got a story coming up about her very soon. Anyway, let's get back to the thing. All right, so I was in the cell on the bottom, and I'm taking... No wrench here, Staxx. You should. You should have one. Stacy should have one. Oh, I gotta fix it. Hold on. Let me check this. Let me give out some wrenches so we can hold on. So we can put them in the bathroom. And I see people want to steal my my sayings, right? It's cool. At least give me credit for what I do. You know that I started them in the bathroom. You know where I got it. Everybody knows where I got it from. It's not a surprise. All right, so I'm taking the... All right. I'm taking the Christmas packages and I'm putting them in my cell from the cart up top, right? And I'm bringing them down. And I'm just like bringing them. And yes, I am. Yes, I am, Ashley. Ashley knows me from the street. I used to be a total mess. But look at me now. These cats can't touch me. Like, they can't. I mean, they can talk all the shit they want, but it's irrelevant. Yes, hit me up on Facebook. So you're the original. Put them in the bathroom. What prison was this in, Staxx? This was in Garner Correctional Institution in 1998. So back then it was a gang prison. If you had gang associations, they would put you in this prison, and they would you would have to go through the step program in order to get out of this certain gang part. It was a pretty damn bad place. Back then, it was a terrible place. So I'm bringing the pack. Here's one of the fun times. Fun times. But anyway, I'm putting them in my cell. I'm at the last package, right? I put it in my cell. I turn around. There's this big dude standing outside my cell. Just, you see this picture of the cell standing here like this. No expression on his face. Nothing. Big, mean-looking dude. Just staring at me. And I'm like, I'm thinking in my head, this is what you hear about. This is what it is. I'm gonna die. So the dude comes up and he goes, I want a bag. He said, make a bag and leave it in the front of your cell. And I was caught off guard, like, what? And I'm like, no. I said, no. I looked him right in the eye. Said, no. And he said, you better have that bag. And he walked away. I'm like, oh, man. You better have that bag. And then he just walks away. He didn't threaten me, nothing. He just said, make me a bag of commissary and you better have it. Lena, how are you? Chicky, what's up, man? Gianni, Eli, what's up? Mob Hunter, how are you? Stay out of the LA Fitness, Mob Hunter, man. If you guys didn't know, shit, where'd it go? This is important. Shit. This is crazy. Look at this. This is exclusive shit for you guys right here. Exclusive. New pictures of 6ix9ine.
New photo of 6ix9ine has just been released. Damn, Gina. Hit the like, subscribe, notification bell so you can get my videos every time they drop. New photo of 6ix9ine has just been released. Damn, Gina. Hit the like, subscribe.
Yo, look at his new shorts, man. Yo, look at this guy's shorts. Like, you can't make this shit up. You can't. Too funny. Yo, shout out to Hector Camacho Jr. I'm going to be out there in Harlem May 20th. You don't want to miss that event. There's going to be a street renaming out there in Harlem, and your boy Bill Staxx will be in the building. We got some major events. Hey, Angry Sid, thank you, man. I really appreciate that, man. Get your ass in the bathroom. Pussy. All right, back to the matter at hand. I'm killing it. You see them all comment. I'm killing it right now. But anyway, so he tells me, have a bag for me. You see these hating, jealous motherfuckers. Okay, I got 15 people watching. What do you care? Why are you wasting your time commenting? What do you care? I'm irrelevant, right? Fuck do you comment for then? Because it bothers you. I'm not going nowhere. Nowhere. So, and I got content, and you don't. So that's what it is. So he tells me, have a bag for him, right? Now, this dude is a killer. Like, he's a straight killer. He's got 40 years or more. And he's telling me he wants commissary in a bag, and I better have it there by this time or... So, people are ridiculous. Really are, Angel. Your rent should work now. You could try it out. So, but they're irrelevant. Like, they can keep talking shit. The people are irrelevant, really. I don't know if they understand what that word means. Irrelevant. It means you don't mean shit to me at all. It says it's there, Angel. I don't understand. I don't know why it's not working. I don't know. So, I don't pack the bag. I don't pack a bag. I was told that. Don't stick up for yourself. Fight back. Blah, blah, blah. So I don't pack the bag. Now, they called rec. And the bag's supposed to be at this place. I'll show you. the bag is supposed to be outside my door when they pop the door for rec. Now, when they pop the door for rec, the door just clicks. It goes click, and the door opens. These doors swing open in this jail. Prison. It's a prison. Let me clarify that. Some people don't know the difference between jail and prison. They think if it's named prison, that it is a prison. But that's not the case. Anyway, he tells me to have the bag outside of my cell during rec. I tell him no. The bag's not there when I go to rec. And he sees that. He gives me a really nasty look when I see him, right? But I ignore him. I don't know this guy. I don't talk to him. So I ignore him. But I'm on point, right? So at this point, it's already past dinner time, and we're already back in the block. So rec time is after dinner. So you take a shower or whatever, and the bag of commissary is not there. Boom. I lock up in my cell. The tier man comes along that sweeps and mops and shit. And he comes up to the cell and goes, "Hey, yo, Pookie's gonna kill you, man." And I'm like, "For what?" And he goes, "Because you didn't leave that bag of commissary outside the door." I'm like, "Man, I ain't leaving no commissary nowhere. He ain't getting nothing." Right? Now, I'm a little nervous at this point. And the next morning comes, breakfast. Nothing happens. Now, after breakfast, probably maybe a half hour, my door pops. Click. And I'm like, what the fuck? So I walk up and I open the door, and the guard tells me, "You got to go to whatever office." I'm like, okay. So I leave my cell, close it. I go up the stairs and I wait. You got to go and wait by another door. And they buzz the door. You open it, you go in. The door closes behind you. There's a camera in there. They see you. They buzz that door open. Two doors can never be open at the same time. It makes sense, but so two doors can never be open at the same time. I come walking up the stairs to go to the hallway. Who's inside the hallway? Pookie is inside the hallway. So right when I walk up there and I see him, I'm like, fuck. It's a setup. I'm thinking in my mind, it's a setup. Like this guard is setting me up to get beat the fuck up by this dude. Whatever, it is what it is, right? Because at this point in my life, it was, I accepted my fate. And Pookie wanted that bag. He wanted that bag, bro. So I think Pookie's still in there. Shout out to Pookie, man. We became really good friends. But anyway, we'll talk about that later. So I look and I'm like, what the fuck? Now this guy's not too much taller than me. He's probably I don't know, 5'9". I'm only 5'7". So, but he's huge, like muscly, like insanely huge. Like I don't even know how to explain it. You can't even like it's pictures don't do justice. It's just not. It's very hard to explain the intimidation that these people have, even when they look at you. So I walk up, I see him, and I'm like, fuck. And I walk in the cell. I open the door and I walk in, and he's in there. And the door closes behind me. Now I'm locked in there with Pookie. I'm not saying anything. He's just staring at me. Real mean. And then the door clicks, right? The other door, once the other one closes. So I'm like, fuck. So I follow Pookie, right? He goes out first, and I'm just walking behind him. I'm probably 8 feet behind him. So I'm walking, and I don't know about this prison. I've only been here for a month, 2 months, maybe. And so we're walking, and we take a left and a right, and we get to this door, and he walks in, and I walk in, and it's the kitchen. Because you have to walk outside of your cell block to go eat in the kitchen. But the rules were you have to hold your hands in back of your back and keep your head down when you walked in this hallway. It was the rules. That's what they had you do. Because a lot of these inmates that were there would assault staff. They would assault other inmates. There was a lot of gang beefs. There was a lot of, a lot of things going on. It was a lot of very dangerous place to be. It was a high level criminals, if you want to put it that way. But they were murderers and people who have done horrendous things. What's his name was in there? Skakel. Michael Skakel was in there. The guy, Richard Crafts, was in there. Michael Skakel, Richard Crafts. Richard Crafts is the guy who put his wife in the wood chipper. He had a guitar and he would sing songs about his wife every day. Crazy. So I walk into the kitchen. They're talking to him first. I don't know why I'm there. I don't know what's going on. They don't give you a book and say, this is what's going to happen, blah, blah, blah. Doesn't work like that. So they tell me I'm next to talk to them. So I walk up and I'm like, yeah, what's up? And they go, we're hiring you for a kitchen job. I'm like, what? Me? For a job? And because if you guys don't know, when you go to prison, they make you work. You don't have the choice to not work and this and that. They make you work. You have to work. They give you a job. Every prison I've been to, I've had a job. And they deep clean the cells, cell block, or the dorms every weekend, every single Saturday, probably around 8 in the morning. Everybody gets up, the lights are on, everybody's moving around, and they're cleaning the cell blocks, the dorms, every Saturday. That's how it happened in county jail. I'm not sure about other prisons because they have different ways of cleaning, but you have to work if you're in there. RV Docs, what's up, man? So I get the job in the kitchen. And I'm like, fucking great. Now I got to work with this guy who's trying to debo me out of commissary. He's telling me, I want a bag of commissary. Better be there. And I'm like, no, I'm not giving you nothing. And I stood my ground to him. So we go walking back. We start walking back to You do. You got to stay active. It's good for you to work. What else you going to do? You got to stay active. Especially in a 23-hour lockdown prison. You need a job because you will literally go insane. It is hard to sit in the cell for 23 hours a day and walk out with your brain intact. I didn't spend too much time in solitary confinement, but the time I did spend was enough for me. One day in that place is enough for me. Can you imagine being on suicide watch or something for a week straight? I've done it. I've in a cell like this with no clothes on, you're butt naked, no blanket, there's no mattress. They take all this shit out of there. They shut the water off. And you don't have nothing. They won't give you a pen. They won't give you a pencil because they think you're going to hurt yourself with it. So I end up going back to the block, right? And time goes by. And me and Pookie start talking. Guess what gang Pookie's affiliated with? Can you take a guess? Take a wild guess. The same gang that I was affiliated with. So me and Pookie, we start working together every day. I was affiliated with 20 Love in the 90s. So he was in 20 Love, and they were active then. I believe there's probably still active members in prison. I'm not sure. I haven't really looked into it. But so we become cool, right? We're working out. And I start to get comfortable there. And so as I'm working in the kitchen, I start at the scullery. If you guys know what that is, it's where the people put their trays. Once you're done eating, they put their trays in the scully port. And you take their trays and you dump them in the garbage. And that's it. That's where you start off. If you start a job in the kitchen, that's where you'll start. So I started working there. Pookie had like the highest position in the kitchen because he was a leader. Like, you know, he was one of those leader guys. So he, like, when he came in, because we started at the same time, we started in the scullery together. So we worked side by side for, I don't know, a few months. And then all of a sudden, he's the kitchen boss. and I'm on, I wanted to work my way up. So I got the line, scooping vegetables. That was a quality job. Scooping vegetables onto a plate was a quality job back then in prison. So one day, I'm in the scullery. This is when me and Pookie are working together for about 3 weeks at this point, right? So we're really cool. We're joking around. Now, this place is a gang prison. It is a gang. So they put you in these blocks, right? They have A, B, C, D, E, F. 6 blocks. And I'll show you a picture of what it looks like from the outside. It's pretty intimidating looking. It's kind of like it is a supermax. But when this prison was first constructed, it was like oh shit. Is that a picture of the hallway? No. I think that's a picture. No, that's not it. I can tell by if the cell windows are this way or that way. I can tell if it's the same picture. So one day, well, I'm in the scullery with Pookie, right? And we're collecting the inmates' trays. Show you what it looks like. All right, so you got to put your tray into this little slot in the wall. And the inmates who were eating at the time could not talk or anything, right? You have to sit in designated seats. So if you guys walk single file to the chow hall, you would sit next to the person that you're standing next to. That's how it works. It doesn't, or they would switch it up and make you go here, you go there, you go here, you go, because they try to change up the routine of everything. They want to break it, you know, so everybody is not, you know, planning different things, because there's a lot of things that go on in there. It's like a city within a city. So what happens is these gang members start throwing their trays through the scully port. Now a tray goes flying, right? And it like grazed one of the workers. Now Pookie's like, what the fuck that, man? He grabs a tray, whips it back. Now it goes flying. Now these trays are like this. They're hard plastic. He whips it like a frisbee. And it hits an inmate out there. What happens next? All these trays start flying through the scully. They're like flying like fucking frisbees. They're like pew pew all over the place, right? I'm dodging all these trays, and it's just like a big brawl right through this little opening in the wall. Now trays are flying back and forth. They ended up calling the goon squad, and everybody in the chow hall got handcuffed and all that shit. And the people in the kitchen were not the problem. So I go back to the block, right? Time's going by, and I'm getting into a routine. I'm working out, you know, you work out, you get your visit, you watch TV at this time, you cook, you do this and that. You have a routine. You have certain people that you hang out with. It's just like high school. It's the same shit. When you go out to the yard, you'll see groups, a group over here, a group over here, group over here. But in Connecticut, it's not segregated like that. You can talk to other races. You can live with other races. But it's how you do it. Because I don't know how to explain it on here that will break it down fast. But the West Coast, the East Coast, completely different when it comes to race in prison. Totally different. Like night and day. But at the end of the day, when things pop off, everybody is by theirself. And that's the bottom line. You're alone. So there was one day I was on my way to work in the kitchen, right? And I walked by a cell and I glanced over and I see a guy doing some pretty nasty shit to another guy, right? So I'm a young man at this time, probably like 18, 19. And I'm totally like, what? So I walk down there to the kitchen to work. And I tell Pookie, I go, Pookie, yo, man, I go, these guys, I was walking by this cell and I just glanced, I'd seen it out of the corner of my eye. This dude was doing this to this guy. And he goes, what, you don't think that could happen? I go, that'll never happen to me. I said, they'll have to rape my dead, and they grab me. 8 dudes come out and grab me in the kitchen. I'm like, they just come out of nowhere and they grab me. I'm struggling, right? I can't move. Like, these dudes got me and I cannot move. I'm struggling and they just got me. They're holding me. Pookie comes walking up and he goes, now me and Pookie are like this. He comes walking up all calm and he goes, you still think it can't happen? And I go, no, yeah, it can happen. Yeah. He taught me a valuable lesson that day. Very valuable. Don't get complacent because it could be the end of you. I've noticed a lot of people on here have been doing that. But it's cool. Not my problem. So me and Pookie got tight. We talked a lot, and he was a good guy. But he just did some major bad things in life and ended up. Yeah, thank you, man. I'm moving way up, man. It's Callow, not Gallo. I think it's to the bathroom with you, my friend. Don't hurt your elbows scrubbing the towel, bitch. Anyway, see? Like that. Like him, he would be a victim. That's what they call those. But anyway, I refused to be a victim. And I still refuse to be a victim. You're asking me this question? I don't have a comment. I don't care about either one of them fucking losers. There's my comment. Okay? They're not on my spectrum, bro. Fucking people who buy bots and fucking talk shit. Good luck with that one. But anyway, he taught me a major lesson that day. To be humble. Don't get complacent. Remember where you came from. Shit can change in an instant. And a lot of these people are tightrope walking. Hey, it's their life, not mine. You guys are playing with your lives. You ain't playing with mine. I'm pretty secure where I am in my life. With my recovery, with my family. But so Pookie, right? We end up working for, I think, around, 14 months together. And so there's one day I'm in my cell and it's about to be rec time, right? And they call rec, pop the door. I go out there and they had a universal weight bench at the time. Now, this was a long time ago. This was when they had black TVs. They had black TVs in the prison. Now they're all clear, flat screens. Before they were little black Zeniths. And I remember them. I remember when you could smoke in prison. I remember all of that shit. So I'm down there working out. And shout out to Ivory, man. Ivory, he was my cellie back then. He was like the only other white kid in this prison. And he's my cellie. And he's from the same area as me. I think he's from the next town over or something. But and he's doing great now. He drives trucks. He's on the right track. Shout out to you, man. And me and him are showing people out there that it's possible. You don't have to keep going to prison. You don't have to keep living at the bottom. You can motivate. You can be a positive, productive member of society. I have a business now. I'm a business owner. I make important decisions. I'm trying to solidify my future. And you guys are trying to wreck everything you got even remotely good. But that's your business. But anyway, I'm working out at the universal weight bench, and I hear a commotion. I look over. One of the inmates grabbed the correction officer and slammed him. Slams him on the ground. Bam! Knocks him out. I'm like, oh. So fights start breaking out all over the day room, right? Like, I'm like, holy, what the fuck is going on? So he slams the cop. I see another guy. There's a guy named what was his name? Toby. Shout out to Toby. He's probably still locked up. He killed some people, but Toby Wright. If you're out there, man, shout out to you. This guy, he looked like Suge Knight. He was big like Suge Knight. His name was Toby Wright from Waterbury, Connecticut. If anyone's out there, you know Toby, send him my best. He was a great guy. Shout out to Toby Wright. So he was standing there, and I see a Muslim kid coming out the corner of my eye with a kufi on, come up and stab him. I'm like, what the fuck? So I see him stab him, and then I see him take out an adapter and a sock and start hitting Toby with it. Bam, bam. And I'm just like, what? And he's hitting Toby. Ultra testosterone. Is Gene going to jail? Gene's been in jail. Where you been, bro? So he's hitting Toby with the adapter and a sock, and he has a knife in his other hand. So, but there's fights breaking out all over this day room at this time. I'm just like, what the fuck is going on, man? I don't know where this is coming from. So they're fighting everywhere, and another cop starts coming down. They knock him out, and I see another guy get baby oil splashed on him, and I'm just inching my way. You could see in this picture, this is what it looked like in there. I'm on the other side. I'm on the other side. I got to get to the stairway because my cell is on the top now. So I'm like trying to inch my way on the wall, trying to not get killed. And I found my way. By the time I got to my cell, it was over, basically. So if you guys want to know how they stop a riot in a grown man prison, it's pretty wild. I've never seen nothing like it in my life. You will be mind blown if you hear what they did to stop this riot. It's crazy. I should tell you guys, or should I wait till the next episode? Yeah, I think I'll wait till the next episode. So if you guys like this type of content, hit the like, subscribe, and notification bell so you can get my videos every time they drop. And remember, I'm going to tell you the technique they used to stop this prison riot, and it will blow your mind. Never seen nothing like it in my life. But if you guys like this, hit the like, subscribe, notification bell so you can get my videos every time they drop. And remember, don't be a bitch. And don't go to prison.